This warm-up is the scorpion stretch, and this actually works to loosen up the low back, the hip flexors, and the entire torso to help you with your golf game. Stuart here is demonstrating the scorpion stretch by picking up his left leg, bringing it over to his left hand to try and stretch out through that entire thoracic region. He's also getting a little stretch through here in his hip flexor as well, which is typically a tight area in a lot of people. Then he'll flip it around to the other side and bring his left leg to his opposite hand. And what you're trying to work here is you're trying to get this foot as close to this hand as possible. As you build more flexibility, you'll be able to get it closer and closer. So this is pretty solid for what you want to do before you start your workout routine. The next stretch is the world's greatest stretch, which actually puts 3 components together to stretch out the whole lower body and upper body that Stuart will be demonstrating. The first stretch here, Stuart is keeping his knee right over the top of the leg, keeping his back leg straight. He's getting a full stretch to the hip flexor here, and he's pushing his hips down to stretch out to the groin. The second component then is going to be a torso rotation. He does a great job keeping his knee over his toe here, stretching out through that torso to make sure that you're very mobile for your golf game. And then the last part of this stretch is going to be straightening your front leg in the front. It's called pyramid pose in yoga. It's the last part of the world's greatest stretch, and you're feeling the stretch all along that front hamstring here and through that entire back range. This is a squat with the rotational overhead shoulder press to work on the explosiveness, and with overhead extension to work on the shoulder strengthening as well. As he's rotating, he's driving through that opposite leg to get a little bit of hip activation too. That's why you can see him doing this a little bit more explosively on the way up. This next exercise is a lunge position down chop that Stuart's going to demonstrate here. And the reason we have him in a lunge position is he's working on his instability. So he's in an unstable position, working that rotational strength, because a lot of golfers are sometimes golfing from unstable positions, sand traps, up lies, down lies. Benefits everything here, working on stability. Great job not moving that knee, keeping it right above your ankle. This is going to be a squat on the Bosu with a full extension of the arms for a counterbalance. The full extension is going to be working the shoulder stability. While he's working a squat, he's actually doing a very good job of keeping stable on the Bosu, which is an unstable surface. Once again, helping those golfers that are going to be golfing from a position that's unstable for their feet. Good job, Wolf. I just want you to make sure that when you're driving it, you're not like chest passing it too. That's actually what's going to help with the golf swing. When you're here, coming off that hip. You're really trying to work here, and that ball is just kind of like the secondary nature of it. Perfect. That was perfect, Stuart. All right, a little more explosive, Stu.
Hunter Pence do his warm-ups before he gets up to bat. He takes the bat and he chops down with it and stops. And the reason he does that is because it helps him to clear his hips. Then when he gets up to the plate and he takes the full swing, his hips are already through and he can control the swing better. Golf is the same type of action with your hips. You have to clear your hips as you come through so that you can stay behind the ball. Your hips are cleared and it gives you more power, as if you were throwing the ball underhanded. And disengaging your hips from your upper body gives you that extra power.